Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's nice to be able to record a video, finally finding some time before the holiday hits. And we come to the end of the quarter that we've been working through since I think our last video blog back in September maybe. And it has been an absolutely amazing time. I think when we were talking back in September, we were unsure of what to expect with this quarter after last school presented so many challenges through running in the really center time of COVID. Now we are coming on the tail end of that, and this school has been an absolute night and day difference. It has been so amazing. We have 40 students who are so hungry for the Word of God, like no other school I've ever been a part of, being able to train these students who are going to be going out to the mission field. And we've just finished our first quarter with them. So we have 2 more quarters ahead. This quarter we've been going through the New Testament with them and preparing them in how to understand and interpret the entire Bible through the perspective of the New Testament lens. And so it's really been a joy to be able to train these guys in their understanding of how to study the Bible better and how to help others engage with the Bible. One of the things that we've been doing to help prepare them for the mission field is teaching them how to do all of this Bible study work by hand. One of the things that we tend to rely on so much in the West is technology. And not all of the world, as you might find hard to believe, has access to computers or smartphones. And even less of the world has access to biblical resources to be able to study the Bible more in depth. And so what we've been doing is we've been teaching students how to do the Bible study work that they are doing by hand, but also in the most simple way possible so that they are able to teach others how to do that and how to pass it on. And so we've been really excited with this class, how devoted they are, how committed they are to doing it, and then the potential that they have ahead of them at the end of this course as they get ready for long-term missions or for further training before going into something more long-term.
Yes. On the other hand, Alexander is growing so much, and he's talking a lot, and he just turned 3 last week, and then it was so much fun. He is going to preschool next year, and yeah, that's very exciting that he will be in more larger community by himself and with friends, with teachers, and yeah, that'll be a lot of different season for us as he's going to preschool. And yes, and I am doing great, and I'm helping Krister, the school, grading students and meeting them, and they're really getting into the method, and they're really loving studying Bible, all of them. They're amazing students, and we're very excited for them for the rest of the 6 months.
Yeah. And one of the big transitions with Alexander going to preschool is the opportunity for Miji then to have more presence with our SBS, School of Biblical Studies. And so we're really excited about that. When we had first moved back to Kona after spending a year in Cambridge, we both came with a big vision that we together would be able to work in this area of biblical studies and helping people to understand the Word. And both of us together have such a big heart and intention, vision to help people understand the Bible better, to be able to help others then understand the Bible. And so with Alexander, we've always, as anybody who has kids knows, it's always much more work than you expect it to be. And so we're anticipating more opportunity for Miji to be involved as Alexander transitions into preschool and then into further education after that, elementary and things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But also, we would love to have more children. So you guys will be appreciated for your prayers for that.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been asking a lot of people for prayers in that department, trying for a kid for a couple years now. And yeah, believing the Lord will provide a child for us at the right time. So yeah, we're just trusting for that. And as 2022 approaches, we are transitioning more towards more usual ministry that we've been doing. So both in the area of biblical studies here in Kona, but also internationally. This past quarter, I had about 13 teaching engagements over the 12 weeks of the quarter. Some of the most notable ones was doing back-to-back weeks of evening teachings. I was working about 18-hour days, doing 3 hours of lecture from either 9:30 to 12:30 at night or 10 o'clock to 1 a.m. For about 14 days straight. That was a very hectic time, but
Very intense.
yeah, very intense for all of us. But moving into next year, we'll be able to be more in person. So we have a couple teaching trips planned, one to Brazil, to be able to teach some students there in person, which I'll be excited to give some updates about, and then in Europe as well during the next year. And I'll be in Mexico in January to be able to teach one of our Bible schools there and help get them ready in their training as well. So it is in South Africa in April, and probably northern part of Africa in May. And so just a lot of things lining up. The Lord's opening a lot of doors, which is exciting to be able to transition back into that kind of season. So it's going to really be a great time walking with the Lord, following him on those journeys, and having to do some fundraising for some trips as well that we've felt the Lord call us to and are believing for. So yeah, that's a lot of what's been going on lately. I think would love your prayers. We were in a car accident back in October, the day after the school started, and our car was totaled. And so we've been forced to find a replacement car. Thankfully, the Lord has been providing for us in that, and we've been able to get a vehicle that suits our family's needs at this time. And we're trusting the Lord for the full finances to come in for that. And so right now we're in the process of raising $10,000 to put towards a vehicle. And so if you feel led to give towards that, you can give in the links below this video, or you can give in PayPal, or message me directly, or give anonymously through our missions account. However you might feel led, we would be so blessed by that, as we're trusting the Lord for a very big step financially for us. So
Yes,
yeah.
and also pray for my physical body, that after accident I get more muscle pains and muscle spasms, and I'm getting some treatments here and there, but the prayers would be very appreciated.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for your prayers, for your support for us continuously, even in the midst of us being very busy and not being able to do many updates. So thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.